Welcome to another video. In this video, I'm going to cover how we took Ruben's junk removal company from 10K a month to 30K a month in a couple of short months. He dropped a really cool testimonial here. They cracked the 30K a month. Before this, they barely basically scratched 10K, which is great. This is amazing. We were able to get them from 641 followers when they started with us to 8160. His first client came within 24 hours. By the second month, he was already 15x on his ad spend. That means every dollar he put into the business, he made $15 back. He had a pretty fast growth, and we've done this not once, not twice, but multiple, I'd say dozens of times for different businesses, right? From a dentist to a chiropractor to a loan officer to junk removal, not one junk removal, but 2, 3, 4 junk removal companies, all of them getting ROIs on their businesses and their ad spend. So what I want to do is I want to kind of go over the ads that we created for him, give you the background on how we went thinking about it, right? And about the local authority method. So if you don't know the LA method, the LA method's goal is to make sure that you are the best known brand locally, because this is 2026. This is business 2026. The best known is going to beat the best in the business every day. Meaning, if you're good at what you do, if you're really good at what you do, you've been doing this for 10, 20 years. Doesn't matter if it's HVAC, doesn't matter if it's plumbing, doesn't matter if you're a chiropractor. Somebody could literally just get their license and start showing their face on Instagram, do all the right moves with ads that we actually use to launch the brands, and get the business off of your hands, even from clients that actually know you and trust you. Because these people, they're appearing in the feed 3 to 6 hours where people are scrolling, right? Every single buyer that you have, potential client, is scrolling on Instagram anywhere from 3 to 6 hours a day. There's over 3 billion users on Instagram. And instead of showcasing, photographic type of ads, which maybe you've done it with agencies and they have died down slowly, they're showing their actual face. They're talking to the ideal avatar, mentioning the pain points so they relate to them, and then they're inviting them to follow. So it's buying audience for pennies, because this strategy is not being used for anyone. So going back, if you're the best known, if you are the best at what you do, a best known is still going to be your business any day, right? That's the unfortunate, sad truth of 2026 and the upcoming, few years. So it is a great time to put yourself on the map, and you can do this literally right now through Instagram by using paid ads. So the businesses that are sure to perish in the next decade are going to be the businesses that are relying on Google, because every single business owner right now is still hustling for reviews. They're still posting the same pictures. They're still trying to get review from every single person. But guess what? If you're on the second page, nobody's scrolling down to the second page to even find you, right? Yelp, I don't want to even talk about it, right? Unless you pay them and you have people that have good Yelp standing leave a review, they might block your reviews because their AI is dumb and they end up thinking that you've asked this potential class to leave a review, which you cannot do on Yelp, apparently, which sucks. I'm not going to talk about Angie's List, right? You're getting in any of these platforms, the one lead that's coming to you is going to another 5 to 10 of your competition. It comes down to who's going to offer the cheapest deal and who's actually going to answer the phone the fastest. That's literally what it comes down to. So if you're busy in the field and the lead comes through, guess what? You're going to miss that lead, but you're still going to pay for it. And then word of mouth. Best strategy out there, but we can all agree it's unpredictable. We don't know when a referral is going to come. And that referral that comes from a friend, if they've seen your competition on Instagram continuously, they might still end up going with the competition. You see, what we've seen is with the LA method, the people that, the clients that we run ads for, they get referrals too. It's a phenomena that I cannot explain, but because they see them on Instagram all the time and they know that they're local, hyper local, they're like their neighbor, they tend to refer that person without even knowing them or ever have met them. They just refer the person when they hear a friend inquiring about a similar type of service. So What do we do for you with the LA method? Just to briefly cover, we're going to coach you on a simple ad strategy so you don't have to rely on marketing agencies. We're going to launch the ads with you. We're going to script and film initial batch of content that is going to be run as ads. We're going to help you hire and train an appointment setter. This is the only advantage that you're going to have over your competition, because 99% of them are not doing this on Instagram. This is a human being that we hire and train to message everyone, to follow up with everyone, to get their numbers, get them off of Instagram so you can close them. And then obviously you get to also track them in a CRM. And then we're going to coach you on retargeting ads and the organic content, which is very important. But the great thing is with the LA method, if you do it strategically, all you need to do is find a few really good videos that perform, get good engagement, that shift the beliefs of your ideal client to want to work with you, and then you run them as retargeting ads. This way, anyone that comes in as a follower, guess what? They're stuck in your ecosystem, and now they're going to continuously see you in a guaranteed way through these retargeting ads, okay? So again, junk removal company, Junk Begun. We started with 641 followers. We were at this point right now on May 18, they have 8,160 followers. This is a message from him. So LA Method was the single biggest lever I pulled for my business this year. Last year I was hustling, putting up bandit signs all hours of the day. That helped me scale to 10K, but it took me a tremendous amount of effort to maintain. This year, Instagram has been the growth engine for my business. We launched the ad right after Christmas and have scaled to consistent 20K months. Literally the first month we launched the ad, they cracked the 20K and even cracked 30K this month in August. Once you get the system dialed in, you consistently follow up, you'll have predictable system for sales coming in. No more running around, putting up bandit signs, flyers, and risking city fines. I let IG do the heavy lifting. I love this for Ruben. Ruben is a hustler. He is one of those entrepreneurs that you tell him what to do, he takes it at face value, takes action on it, and then builds on top of it. So that's why he's getting these results in the first basically year of implementing it. Since we started in December, he was able to scale to 30K months. We're very excited about that too, for him, because he definitely deserves it. The ad that we launched for him, this was literally the first ad. So as you can see, it has 1 million views at this point, right? So 1.1 million views. All of these views came from an ad, right? So we're running the ad for him. I want you to see the engagement on it. So over 4,500 people have engaged with this ad, meaning they liked it. Over 1 million people locally around San Gabriel Valley, they basically watched the ad, right? So this is a data that's collected now in Meta, and we're able to retarget them. Plus, we got so many comments, people that are interested. And then we obviously hired and trained the appointment setter with Ruben, and basically she started reaching out to everyone, converting people off of Instagram, getting their numbers. Ruben is a beast. Whenever we got the consultation, he would go and meet them and basically close them on the spot. What we did then is we launched a bunch of talking head videos, as you can see. And I'm here to point out something. You should be making content, but just know this one thing. If you take ChatGPT scripts face value and just talk, right? Like film it the way that ChatGPT gives you, you're going to get ChatGPT results. You're going to get robotic results, which is going to be boring. People are going to scroll because they know what ChatGPT sounds like. What you got to do is you got to take the script, you got to go over it, you got to talk it out, read it out loud, make sure that it sounds organic to you, and then film it. Now the goal is not the organic content, because the organic content, if you've worked with agencies and you've got burned, then you know that it rarely works. You've probably filmed a bunch of organic content. It did not go anywhere. You didn't make anything back. They didn't show you ROI in the beginning, or maybe they've shown an ROI with a client that was able to go viral, but for some reason your videos are not going viral. The thing is, because they had one person that went viral doesn't mean that you're going to go viral, right? Every single personality is different. The energy you carry through the camera is different. So you got to make sure that they have the right people to coach you through, right? I have an experience in production, directing, acting for the last 12 years now. So, you know, when I get when I get behind the scenes, behind the camera, I know exactly how you should sound like. I know exactly the energy you should bring. I know exactly how to make sure you're not monotone and you're actually living the script. So we filmed a bunch of organic content. And obviously, as Ruben was getting results, we filmed a second ad, which was this one. You might have seen this too. So this one has over close to 400,000 views. It's got some cool VFX because we have evolved, hired the new editors, you know, really fun editors. And obviously, we made sure that whoever we worked with gets that treat too, right? So Ruben got this treat. We filmed this for San Gabriel Valley, and now he had 2 ads running. Because what you do is when an ad is performing well, you don't want to kill it. You want to bring a second ad horizontally. That's how we scale, right? And then launch another ad, hit a few different pain points, which Ruben mentions in here. These are like the most common pain points that he's being told, right? And then we run an ad on that too. Now we have 2 avenues, people seeing him twice as more. And we got retargeting ads where we're, you know, putting out promos out there. Ruben had a pretty cool promo for the weekdays, right? So like we threw that, make sure that anyone that maybe decided not to work with him at this point continuously sees him. And they see that, oh, if we get, you know, rid of our junk on these days, we're going to get a special, right? So he was very smart about that play too. To break it down and wrap this video up, what we like to do is we like to run one local ad. One local ad literally is all you need to start getting all these leads coming in, right? We have a dentist who got close to $6,000 in veneer deals in only 1 business day. We have a loan officer that got 30 consultations in 3 weeks. We have an esthetician who made over $20,000 and spent only $900 on ads. We have another loan officer who got 4 buyers the first month. We have a real estate agent, $2.3 million listing in a month. So we have a lot of track record. You can check out my page and go through the highlights. What we like to do is we like to run one ad. We like to optimize this ad for followers. Now the ad obviously is very clear, specific. That's why if you have a very clear ad, I don't care how you run the ad. If you put an interest, don't put an interest. If your messaging in the ad is clear and you're able to run it hyper-local, you're going to start getting results because you're going to be talking to your ideal client. Once they start following you, guess what? Just like with any other agency that's going to bring you leads, the second you stop with them, the leads are gone. Here, guess what? They're your followers. They're going to see your stories. They're going to continuously see your retargeting ads. You can, you know, if you're spending, let's say, $1,500 on ads for the month, 6 months later, you decide, you know what, this is out of my budget. Guess what you can do? You could bring it down to 0 and run retargeting ads to your followers and to the visitors of your site for only $1 or $2 a day. You just take a couple of ads like that and just run them as retargeting ads, and guess what? You're going to be on top of mind at least 3 to 5 times a day in front of people that are local. Local meaning like this is your business, we go 5 to 10 mile radius. That's it. Like in that 10 mile radius in LA, there's millions of people. They get to know you and see you every single day. All right? Once they follow you, we hit them with retargeting ads. Some of my favorite ones, testimonial ads, because in testimonial, you got happy clients who talk about you helping them. So guess what? Like they see it. They're like, okay, I see myself in that client. I want this help too. We got promo ads depending on the service you have, right? If you have an esthetician or med spa, maybe you have monthly specials on Botox, whatever, right? You every month run retargeting ads on those. Educational content is my favorite. You take all the objections you get often from your clients. What you do is you turn that into content and you answer those objections. And then you run that as a retargeting ad, meaning that when someone comes through your funnel, now they're seeing all these retargeting ads of you handling those objections. By the time they get to a call with you, they feel like they know you already, and you've answered most of the objections. So they're there to basically work with you. Finally, appointment setter. This is where they come in. Their job is to message everyone. Instagram made it very easy for people to like an ad, save an ad, follow from the ad, and continue scrolling. They don't go to your page, if that makes sense. They might follow you and then continue scrolling. They might save it. They're going to come back to it later. You've probably done it too. You're going to forget about it 10 seconds later. You're going to go through the ad, be like, okay, I need a junk removal, but you're going to forget about it 10 seconds later. That's how fast we forget. That's why we have this key player. 99% of your competition doesn't have it. People are waking up to it. Appointment setter in local market is crushing it. Their job to message everyone, bring them back into the conversation, qualify them, find out their intention, get them off of Instagram, right? That's going to turn into a paid client, or they're going to be not ready right now, which is fine. But guess what? They're hyper local. They're literally your neighbor. They live down the street from you, and you're visible now. If this person even doesn't decide to work now, guess what? Instead of you pushing the follow-up, you do a soft follow-up, which is the retargeting ads. The retargeting ads are literally soft follow-ups, and they get to see you all the time. If they're not ready, guess what? You build the trust. They might refer you to someone else, and then when they're ready, they're going to come to you. The follow-up sequence, any business, we like to have a follow-up sequence for our appointment setters, depending on how hot the lead was, right? Did they want to get on a call and then they stopped responding, or they showed interest and then they stopped? We make sure that there's a follow-up sequence that we hit to bring them back into the conversation. We do not leave any stone unturned, all right? If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I do case studies like this. I break them down. As you can see, like as I'm talking to you, I have DMs coming into my page. I've used the same strategy for my business. I started with $0 when I launched the LA method. 2 months ago, I was able to scale it up to $64,000, but it's been consistent 40 to 50,000. And it all started with zero, followers with the local business market. And thank God I documented it all. So if you go to my Instagram, to the highlights section, you can see how I go from 0 to 10K a month in the MRR, monthly recurring revenue, in only 24 days. Subscribe to my channel. I like to make videos like this, very raw, break them down, and I'm sure you're gonna get a lot of value out of it. If you have any questions, you can schedule a call with me if your business is in LA, and we can take it from there, right? The link will be at the bottom in the description section, or go to my Instagram and just message me and I'll send you a link to get on a call. Thank you so much, and see you in the next video.